I am in love with a horse. Every morning I wake up and clutch my picture of Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed. A show about a talking horse. But here he was, a horse among horses, on my television set. I went up to the TV and started licking it, tasting the cold glass. I'm not in love with just any horse, you see. I'm in love with Mr. Ed. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a man be in love with a horse? Have you ever had a prized football trophy? Family memorabilia? It's like that, but with hooves and a smooth, silky mane. The only thing better than falling in love with a horse is being a horse. I myself would become a horse if it were legally acceptable, but the doctors refused my surgery when I asked them to surgically attach a torso as hooven feet and elongate my mouth by 6 inches. Well, shit. Something was wrong with Mr. Ed, though. He looked really upset. He had bloodshot eyes, and he was foaming at the mouth. He hissed. At first I thought he was saying hello. But I know Mr. Ed, and that is not the way he says hello. I realized he was demanding hay. He lifted his hoof, stammered, leered. He grew louder and louder, to the point that my eardrums felt like they were going to pop. I went to reduce the television volume as he demanded life insurance. Why, in God's freaking name, would a horse demand life insurance? Listen to me, you fucking asshole. Mr. Ed was a show about a talking horse, but I personally never heard him say fucking asshole. Good morning, Wilbur. Wilbur was already in the room, as he'd been demanding life insurance earlier, and also some hay. Wait, horses don't demand life insurance. What the hell is going on? What's gotten into you, Mr. Ed? It was Wilbur, Mr. Ed's human. I'm a talking goddamn horse. What do you mean, what has gotten into me? Wilbur looked a bit disheveled as he got a shovel and started lifting 13 pounds of horse excrement. I just want some life insurance, Wilbur, Mr. Ed said. Wilbur asked him why he wanted life insurance, and it was because he said he was worried there'd be an accident soon. Wilbur leaves, and you see a man walk out holding a speaker box. Wait a minute. Mr. Ed wasn't a talking horse. It was just some man hiding in the hay. My horse fantasy was ruined. I picked up my framed picture of Mr. Ed and smashed it. No longer did I love Mr. Ed, or any horse for that matter. I wasn't sure if I could ever love anyone ever again, let alone my pal, my best friend, Mr. fucking Ed. I had to warn them. I had to warn the people in the television. Mr. Ed was no horse. It was a greedy horse pornography investor who'd blackmail innocent farmers with horse porn if they didn't take out life insurance policy shortly before they murdered the horses. The horses. The horses. The horse just stared like a horse. It didn't speak. It was probably thinking about eating hay. It was just staring and staring. A horse was staring into my soul. I couldn't look at it anymore. I turned the TV away from me, angry. Angrier than I'd ever been at horses. I just wanted to run in the fields and eat hay with my best equine friend. I don't know about all these problems with society, insurance, fraud. Get out of the house! I screamed, but they didn't hear me. I know this show was probably filmed 40 or 50 years before I was born, so I screamed louder. "Get out of there!" I screamed. "They're going to kill the horse!" I kept screaming louder and louder and faster. They needed to get out of the house quick. That horse was in danger. That was going to kill the horse. The man picked up the shovel and started bashing and bashing the horse. The horse screamed, neighing louder and louder. Brutal bashing the skull of the horse in, pieces of horse's brain visible, and he lapped them up like delicious strawberry jam. Then Wilbur walked in angry. The man was out of focus in the background, but you heard mumbling. Mumbling about horses, life insurance, hooves, horse tails, horse accessories, shovels, hay, a lot of things related to horses, and money, of course. "I thought you turned the camera off," Wilbur mumbled. Oh, what the hell? Was he in on it too? How deep did this rabbit hole go? That's the thing about rabbit holes. Horses don't fit into them. Horses don't fit into them at all. I moved just 2 inches from the TV and started screaming. I knew it was to no avail. This had all been pre-filmed several years beforehand, and nothing I could say or do would ever stop them from killing Mr. Ed, my best friend, my confidant, my personal horse hero. Wilbur picked up the shovel, laughing maniacally, slammed it into Mr. Ed's bleeding skull. "We killed that horse," he chuckled. "We killed that horse good." He chuckled some more. Indeed, Mr. Ed was dead. Someone had slammed a shovel into his head, and the very thought of it filled me with dread. The last scene is the most disturbing. "That's a lot of money there, Wilbur." It was that man talking like Mr. Ed. He was holding a vocal box. This was their plan all along, to frame that horse and embezzle funds with a horse insurance policy from Equine Equity Financial, a subsidiary of Your Dead Horse LLC. But that man with Wilbur looks so familiar. My face turned cold when I realized who he was. There, standing in the stable, in black and white, with not an ounce of color on his face. It was Bob Saget who played Danny Tanner on the popular television series Full House. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you'll endorse. He's always on a steady course after Mr. Ed. And waste your time with doubt. But Mr. Ed will never speak unless he has something to say. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. You've never heard of a talking horse? Listen to this.